One, 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 one. One, two, one, two. One, two, one, two, one, two. Check 1 2 1 2 check. 1 2 1 2 check. All right, that sounds good. All right, man. Real quick, what I want to do is I want to find this video. I think it's important to, and first of all, I'm gonna give all glory to the Creator of heaven and earth. So this, so this video, fast and pray equals peace. This probably won't get much attention because how this video started or this live stream started. But those who this is meant for, I guess you're pretty lucky then, I guess. What I want to do is I want to share this video with you, and then I'm going to go into a an article that they just put out. This video is about people, how they want to hurt other people, and how your limbic system and your brain will reward you for putting punishment on your opposition, or what you perceive to be your opposition. Let me find it real quick. I might have to do it again. I did this a long time ago. So I'm trying to find it. I don't think there's anybody watching right now anyway, but oh yeah, there's 3 people. Shalom. I'm gonna share with you something important that's gonna be happening here in the future, but I had predicted this a long time ago. And it's funny because the people that are actually making real predictions are not people that are going to have a large following, right? And this goes back into the scriptures, into, the Old Testament, right? Like, did the prophets ever have just this large following? No, but they did prophesy about the coming events that was going to happen, right? I'm gonna show you. All right, this is it right here. I think so. I think I found it. Yeah, this is it right here. All right, let's watch this video. Let me watch this. This is important. All right, we're gonna watch this, okay? Shalom. You'll be blessed to watch this, man. All right, check this out. I predicted this a long time ago. We'll see. I'm gonna share my screen. What's happening? Check 1. Okay, cool. Matthew chapter 4. Matthew chapter 4, verse 1. Then Yahushua led of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil. Salakia, to be tempted of the devil. All right, let's just keep reading. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungered. All right. Now this particular, this hunger came to me, this part of our biology changes when a man hungers, okay? Your whole brain chemistry changes when a man is in hunger, all right? or an animal is in hunger or anything, the brain chemistry will change inside of a living creature when they are hungry, as opposed to when they are full, they're satisfied, they're getting everything that they need. Okay. And with that, let me just get this and it changes right here. It's called the striatum. The striatum. The brain chemistry changes in your striatum, or your neurological, your neurons will fire differently, right? When a person is hungered, okay? And what happens to a person or animal, this is what happens, okay? Strong stimulation of the punishment center of the brain. So when you go into hunger, when you hungered, or when you go into a fasting, or let's just say, for example, in famine situations for nations, when a person is under and destitute of food, water, or anything that it takes to survive, the person's chemistry will change in this location. All right. And the same way that we are rewarded, our limbic system rewards us for good things, right? We get a shot of dopamine whenever we receive a reward, like maybe eating a piece of chocolate, or having sex, or getting a gift. This limbic system will send dopamine and serotonins and different kind of chemicals within the body that this area produces to give the rest of your body a reward, a chemical reward, right? But what my point is, the same thing happens in this area when you become hungry or in destitute, or have a lack of what it takes to survive, to live: food, water, clothes, shelter, right? You become desperate and your chemistry changes in this area. Then this area will reward this brain, this stratum will reward your body for putting out punishment. All right, you'll get the same when you're in an aggressive mode or posture. This area will, in a human, will dish out the reward chemicals for delivering punishment to an outside group or people that you consider a threat. Okay, so I think that was plain. All glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. This is something that came through the spirit. Like when the spirit moves, it comes to you within inclinations. Okay, and now for me to try to convey it, it gets a little tricky because I don't think I speak all that well, but that's besides the point. Let me just try to convey this thought through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So now that we know that this stratum area, when a person is destitute of things that it takes, or in the lack of things that it takes to survive, this area will stimulate by dishing out punishment. Okay. Now, in the same way, let's see where to go. Right here. This is from an article I found. I'm trying to find on this topic that this idea that I'm trying to convey. I guess it's called Reward and Punishment Function of the Limbic System. All right, and I'll tell you what all this has to do with Yahushua in the 40 days temptation that he was in the wilderness, right? It'll hopefully through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua come through full circle. Strong stimulation of the punishment center of the brain, which we found out was the stratum, right? Strong stimulation of the punishment center of the brain, especially in the preventricle zone of the hypothalamus and in the lateral hypothalamus, causes the animal to develop, okay, just like in a human, a defense posture. All right, a defense posture, because when you're in hunger, like Yahushua was in Matthew 4:2. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungered. So that means because Yahushua was fully flesh too, right? In his area, in the stratum area, every human, no matter who you are, if you were born a human in the flesh or any animal of the flesh, your chemistry changes here. And then you, animal or person, develop a defense posture, extending its claws, lifting its tail, hiss, spit, growl, and developing piloerection, open wide eyes and dilated pupils. Furthermore, even the slightest provocation causes an immediate savage attack. But these things feel good, okay? So when you're in hunger or you're in destitute or you're in lack of the things that it takes to survive, it feels good to dish out punishment to people that are not of your group or you consider with you, okay? Develop a defense posture. A person's animals or claws come out. It's developed because you're in hunger. It's a chemical reaction within the body. Your whole chemistry, your whole neurological brain chemistry changes when you are in hunger. Okay, you extend your claws, you lift your tail, you hiss. Because if you watch how animal people get when they get hungry, man. All right, when there ain't been food around for a month. Watch the animal, watch this happen. These people will develop a defense posture, extend its claws, lift its tail, hiss, spit, growl, and develop piloerection, whatever that means. Wide open eyes and dilated pupils. Furthermore, even the slightest provocation causes an immediate attack, okay? Because the stratum will reward the rest of the body with dopamine chemicals, adrenaline, right? Serotonins or whatever, it's a rage, okay? A stimulation of rage caused within the chemical reaction in the body, and causes an immediate savage attack. But for that, when you're in this state of mind or in this state of body or in the state of destitute and lack, it would feel good to do something like that. It feels good for the body to extend its claws, lift its tail, hiss, spit, growl, and develop piloerection, wide open eyes, and dilated pupils. Furthermore, even the slightest provocation causes an immediate savage attack. This is approximately the behavior that one would expect from an animal being severely punished, or is a pattern of behavior that is called rage. Okay, so rage just feels good. Rage is rewarded within the stratum. Okay, so let me try to get to my back to this, and hopefully it will come full circle. Okay, Matthew 4:2, and when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungered. I'm just interested in this word hungered. Let's get it in the interlinear, in the blue letter. And hungered. Pain AO.
Strong's G 3983. Pinao.
Pine, and that also goes into the pineal gland. The pine. Okay, I know this is deep, but getting deep is fun. Okay, at least for me it is. To hunger, be hungry, to suffer, want, to be needy, metaphor, to crave ardently, to seek with eager desire. All right, so he was seeking with now, not Yahushua. Now, this was the whole thing about Yahushua. He was fighting his flesh. Okay, his spirit was fighting the flesh, and this is exactly what happens when a man goes into a fast, or when anybody goes into a fast. All right, let me. Sometimes I have trouble with this, but bear with me, okay? I hopefully, I know through the spirit and power, somebody will receive this. All right, Matthew 4:2, and when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungered. I gotta skip all this, close tools. And when the tempter came What tempts you when you're trying to fast? Your stomach tempts you, right? Your eyes tempt you. Your taste buds tempt you, right? When you're hungered, when the tempter came to him, which is the flesh, okay? When the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the son of God, command these stones be made bread, right? So the flesh is tempting him. His stomach's tempting him. The flesh is like our Satan, man. It really is. You know what I'm saying? It's probably the strongest Satan we have to deal with is the flesh. Satan means ashatan, which just means adversary. Who is our strongest adversary? Is our own flesh, right? And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the son of God, command these stones to be made bread. And he knew he could. Here's the thing. Yahushua knew he could do all these things, because not was he only fully man, he was fully God too. The Son of God, right? He was the creator of everything. All things were made through him and for him. Okay? And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of God, command these stones to be made bread, because his stomach was tempting him. That's what tempts us. That's our hashatan when we're fasting, or even when we're lusting, right? Or when we're anything in the flesh, desire wanting anything in the flesh. Okay? That's why he had to go up here, led by the Spirit. Yahushua was led of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. This was the test. What happens when you're tempted? The word temperature still come. This is where the word tempted comes from. Tempted, temperature, turning up the temperature, as in a furnace or crucible. The same way gold is refined is the same way a man is refined. Let me get that real quick. Hopefully it'll make my point. And that's Sirach chapter 2. Sirach chapter 2. Right. Sirach chapter 2, verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, an acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. Gold is tried in the fire. Tried goes into the etymologically, goes into the word test, tempt, temperature. Okay. So when Yahushua was led of the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted, to be tried in the fire of the devil, okay? And what's devil is, our flesh, man. Okay. When he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward and hungered. And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of God, command these stones to be made bread. And he could. He very well could have, because he created them stones and he created the bread. He created all elements. All right. Matthew 4:4, but he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. All right. So he was tempted by the flesh, but answered with the Spirit. And the Spirit is the word of the Most High God. Okay. So this is where we have to use our sword, the word of God, when we're tempted of these things of the flesh. Okay. Let me keep going. Then the devil taketh him up into a holy city and sitteth him on a pinnacle of the temple. Listen up. And saith unto him, if thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down, for it is written, he shall give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear thee up, lest at any time thou dash thy foot against the stone. And right here, Yahushua in the flesh is like feeling his power, right? He knows he's the Son of God, right? So he's basically Superman on earth, all right, in the flesh. He know he could do this. The flesh is telling him when you're feeling yourself, it could be a feeling of arrogance and pride. All right, when you know that you have this power, the flesh would tell Yahweh Shai, what? Right here, take over the whole earth. Yahweh Shai said unto him, it is written, thou shalt not tempt thy Lord thy God. So he answered again with scripture. And this is how we're going to fight our Hashatan, our Satan, our adversary. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain and sheweth him, check this out, all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and saith unto him, all these things will I give thee if thou wilt fall down and worship me. What? Fall down and worship the flesh, feed the flesh, right? Check it out. Yahweh Shai could have just been this dude right here. If he would have listened to his flesh, this is what Yahweh Shai would have been. Watch, check it out. Evil Superman. Boom. Superman could have took over the whole world and been a totalitarian dictator, right? And this is what's happening here. He was tempted to do this. The evil Superman, the dark Superman. Superman could have just been a totalitarian dictator. I think there's even a movie like that, or one of the cartoons like that. I know there's comic books like that. This is where this whole idea come from. Evil Superman, totalitarian Superman, the dictator, the one king of the whole world, right? He could have did that. This is what was happening in the flesh with Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai could have did the same thing and just took over the whole damn earth and ran it. And ran it with an iron fist to everybody. This is what was happening in this situation right here in Matthew chapter 4. Again, the devil taketh him up. He was feeling himself, right? In the flesh. He knew that he was the Son of God and could just very well just, shut it down, smashed on the whole earth. All right. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain. What was that? His own flesh, bro. Because he was in hungered, right? And this area in his brain was lit up. So to dish out punishment would have felt real good because, hey, the whole earth did it. The whole earth deserved punishment, right? The whole earth still deserves punishment. So it would have felt real good to him when he was hungering and his stratum was just lit up. It would have felt good to dish out punishment at that time, right? So rage could be an addictive thing and anger an addictive thing. It rewards you just same way. This is why, a hardcore brother feel good after he beats somebody ass. Feels real good to him, you know what I'm saying? Or in the same way, a fighter, when he wins a match, hey, he had to dish out controlled rage, bro. But then when he won, he's victorious, and this is lit up, man. This is where we get this picture of Moses with the horns, okay? Because this area in Moses's brain, the stratum, if you look at it from the front view, it looked like horns, man. See this right here? See them horns? Boom, right here. You see them horns? The stratum and spinal fluid fills this up, right? With all kinds of different reward chemicals when we're dishing out punishment, when we're in a destitute or lack of things that make us need to survive: food, clothes, shelter, water, right? So yeah, man, Yahweh Shai very well could have just did this right here, man. You know what I'm saying? He could have just rolled with it. And that's what he was fighting right here. And the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain and sheweth him all the kings of the world. He could have did it. He was feeling himself. You know what I mean? He was full. His stratum was lit up. He was full of, he could have been full of rage, which would have rewarded him. in this instance. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and sheweth him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and saith unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall and down and worship me. If Yahweh would have just worshipped himself, right? If he would have just worshipped himself, all these kingdoms, all the world, all the empires and the beauty thereof, or the glory thereof, would have just been him. And we would have had a totalitarian dictatorship run by Yahweh. But, you know, yeah, I know that was kind of deep. But anyway, that's what I wanted to get on that. Hopefully let's read some more of these articles that I came across pertaining to what I'm trying to say, how the brain lights up when reward and punishment. Okay, so here's another point. Things are going to start getting hard. We're going to go into a famine. I mean, it's all predicted in Matthew chapter 24 and 6. Let me just read it. Matthew 24 and 6. This is prophecy. And my point is how people are going to get, because their stratums are going to be lit up, because food's going to be more expensive. People are going to get more desperate. Okay. Matthew 26 and 6. Or is it 24 and 6? Salakia. I think I clicked the wrong thing. Matthew 24 and 6. Bear with me. Shalom to everybody joining me. I know this is kind of deep, but it's fun to get deep. Matthew 24 and 6. Yeah, and ye shall, this is the prophecy, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So we don't know nothing about this wars. The last people that knew anything about real wars was the people in Iraq and all that, but the real, like World War I and World War II, these cats knew what hell was. Okay. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and this is when things get hard. Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences, and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. This is when people's little fangs are going to start coming out, like I read in right here. Strong stimulation of the punishment center of the brain, especially in the preventricle zone of the hypothalamus and the lateral hypothalamus, causes the animal to develop a defense posture. This is why Trump was so damn popular, because these people here are afraid of losing all their wealth and fatness and everything that they had stole. And what did they do? They develop a defense posture that this man had fed off, the same way Hitler did. Oh, they're going to get you. They're going to get you. They're going to come take over. They're going to come take your place. This is the reason why Hitler was so popular too, because Germany at the time was in a bad situation. They was like in a Great Depression, right? So what did Hitler do? He came and said, it's their fault. It's the Jews' fault. It's the Khazars' fault. And everybody felt good. They're like, yeah, we're in a heightened state of our stratum at this point, because we're in a Great Depression. So when Hitler blamed it on the Jews or the Mexicans in Trump's case, they're like, yeah, that feels good. Let's blame it on them. Let's punish them. Let's build a wall. It's their fault. You know what I'm saying? And this is the same thing that's going to happen, but even worse. So, the whole Jacob's trouble doctrine, it does make sense, because who are they going to blame the coming famine on? Who are they going to blame the coming stock market crash on? Who have they always blamed? Who they always blamed? Do you remember the Operation Wetback. Operation Wetback. Slocky, my fingers are fat. What was the first one? The Repatriation Act. Let me get that one. Repatriation Act. U.S. Repatriation Act. Hey, I didn't graduate, y'all. So forgive your brother. Okay, the U.S. Repatriation Act program was established in 1935. This is directly after the Great Depression, under the Section 1113 of the Social Security Act, to provide temporary assistance to private U.S. citizens and their dependent. Hold on. Well, hold on. Let me see. This is not telling me what I was looking for. Mexican repatriate. U.S. Mexican. Let me see. Repatriation Act. Okay, the Mexican Repatriation Act. Check it out. Mexican Repatriation Act. Okay, here it is right here. The Mexican Repatriation Act was a mass deportation of Mexican and Mexican Americans. So that means your legal status of citizenship means nothing. Between 1929 and 1936, although there were multiple waves of immigration before due to number of factors. Hold on, this they in the wiki con. All right. The Mexican Repatriation Act was a mass deportation of Mexicans and Mexican Americans. It was citizenship, American citizens were just happened to be of Mexican heritage from the United States between 1929 and 1936. Estimates of how many were repatriated ranged from 400,000 to 2 million. All right, 2 million American citizens were up in there. So it didn't matter, man. So once this prophecy of Matthew 24:7, nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. It's going to feel real good for these people it's going to make them feel better to punish us. Where's that Trump one? It's going to make them feel real good to punish us in their lymphatic system with the stratum. It's going to make these people's stratum light up because they're going to be in a defensive posture, right? And there'll be a reward for them to punish us. It's their fault. Yeah. And they're all together chanting, send them back, build the wall, right? Hey, they did it before, and it's only going to get worse. Let me finish this. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. All right. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, boom, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. All right, because all these nations here in America, it doesn't matter what background they come from or what ethnicity they come from. Mexicans and Hispanics are the enemy number one here in America. All right, they ain't after the Habibs and the Ishmaelites and the Muslims. It doesn't even matter no more. It's about these goddamn Hispanics, right? All right, Matthew 24:9, they shall deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. Our own people are turning against our own people. You know, you see this so commonly on the Mexican border agents, man. Most of those dudes are our brothers. But it makes them feel real good to treat their own people like shit. Mierda. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound in love of, check it out, and the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. All glory, honor, praise to Yahweh Shem Shai. So I think that's it, man. I think that's what I wanted to get on all that. Let me see who's up in here. All right, so Anon, Anarchy, Galatians 5 and 7. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, boom, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. God, that's so powerful, brother. That's so powerful. You know, it's so powerful, man. The scripture is just the truth, Ak. Romans 7:24. Oh, wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death? Oh, that's fire, brother. Romans 12:19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. Man, that brings me to my next point, bro. All right, knowing that Yahweh Shai was basically Superman, okay? My next point is that thank you for bringing Tawada, brother, for bringing me to my next point. I'm just gonna roll with it. You know, I gotta pick up some materials today in whatever, but check it out. My next point is when they crucify Yahweh Shai, he could have just destroyed everybody. Okay, he's this man. He's this man, right? He could have destroyed everybody, Ak. But what did he do? He let them murder him. Let's go to it. Matthew, and this is what I struggle with, Ak. This is why I'm so fascinated with Yahweh Shai, because he could have been this man, destroyed everybody on the whole earth. But what did he do? He let them murder him. A week ago or something, I was on the street, right? And whoever saw that live stream, a brother hit me right in my face. He punched me right in my face. And I just opened up on him, bro. And that's what happened. This is why I'm so fascinated with this. And this is why I want to bring this out, is because Yahweh Shai had that power, right? But how am I going to let somebody just punch me in my face in front of my sons? You know what I'm saying? So I opened up on him, and I let him have it. Just like Superman could have, to the whole world. Just like Yahweh Shai, to the whole world. But what did he do, man? He let them murder him. Not only murder him, mistreat him, disgrace him, spit on him, pull his hair out. His own friends were probably throwing in sneakers, man. The sneaker in him, hitting him, and then like hiding in. They seen their opportunity. They punch him right in his eye because he was all up in the mix in the crowd, right? And his own friends were throwing in haymakers, bro, while everybody was surrounding him and he was having his time, man. What did Yahweh Shai do? He let the world murder him when he could have murdered everybody there. God, all glory, honor, praise Yahweh Shem Shai. Hey, man, peace be upon Yahweh Shai, our King, man. Hey, it's too much. 27 and 33. Let's get it. Let's see how Yahweh Shai, he let everybody get him and disgrace him, rip off his clothes and do all kinds of weird things to him. Gaddafi, did you ever see when the crowd was getting at Gaddafi? They were like stabbing him in his rectum with knives while he was walking by. Check it out. Matthew 27 and 3. And when they came, Salakia, and when they were come unto a place called Golgotha, That is to say, a place of a skull. They were bringing him to death, man. They gave him vinegar to drink with gall. And when he had tasted thereof, he would not drink. They crucified him. This is not, I'm just starting here. They had already whipped him with the cat of nine tails and all that, right? They crucified him and parted his garments, casting lots. They stripped him naked, bro. And it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the prophet. They parted my garments among them, and upon my vesture did they cast lots. He and sitting down, oh man. And sitting down, they watched him there. And set up over his head his accusations written, "This is Yahushua, the King of the Jews." Then were there two thieves crucified with him, on the right hand and on the other, on another on the left. And they that passed by rivaled him, wagging their heads. It's hard to read this. Holy Spirit, help me with this. And say, thou that destroyest the temple and build it in 3 days, save thyself. If thou be the Son of God, come down from the cross. And there he was tempted again, but he had already practiced this. Where did he practice this? He had already practiced this. Look what they're saying. Satan tempted him again and saying, thou that destroyed the temple and build it in 3 days, save thyself. If thou be the Son of God, come down from the cross. He had already went through this, He already practiced this. We just read that in the opening of this video. The temptation, he already battled with Hashatan, bro. And then Yahushua was led in the spirit, up in the spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was after and hungered. Think he wasn't hungering for relief up on the cross, bro? He was suffering. Of course he was hungering for relief. It would have felt good to punish all them people in the flesh, bro. But he didn't. And when the tempter came and said, him, if thou be the Son God, what did they just say to him? And when the tempter came to him and said, if thou be the Son of God, command these stones to be made bread. What did they say over here? And they said unto him in verse 40, Matthew 27:40, if thou destroyed the temple and build it in 3 days, save thyself. If thou be the Son of God, come down from the cross. And they were mocking him. Likewise, also the chief priests mocked him with the scribes and the elders, said, he saves others, himself he cannot save. If he be the King of Israel, let him now come down from the cross and we'll believe him. What did they say? What did the Hashatan say in Matthew 4? He had already went through this. This is why he was led up in the spirit to practice this, man. And when the tempter came to him, Matthew 4:3, and when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread. Give relief, pacify the flesh. That's what the flesh is telling us constantly. We're suffering in the flesh. Give me this, give me that, lusting for this, lusting for that, desiring this, desiring that. But what did Yahushua say? But he answered and said, Matthew 4:4, but he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. Then the devil taketh him up into a holy city and sitteth him on the pinnacle of the temple. And he said unto him, if thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down. What did they say in Matthew 27:42? And he saved others, himself he cannot save. If he be the King of Israel, let him now come down from the cross. And he will be, and we will believe him. Just like Satan told him, come down from this pinnacle. Right? And he saith unto him, Matthew 4:6, and he saith unto him, if thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down. Give yourself relief from this suffering. For it is written, he shall give angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they shall bear up thee, lest that any time thou dash thy foot against a stone. Right? Hey, man, this is all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh Shem Shama. Shalom, peace be upon the Messiah, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. When all the whole time, this is what he could have did. When he told Pilate, if I wanted to, a legion of angels could come down here. Let me see if I can find that real quick. When he stood before Pontius Pilate, he knew who he was. He could have been this man right here, bro. But he fought his flesh, man. It's amazing. Let's see. When he stood before Pontius Pilate, he told him, if I wanted to, a legion of angels would come down right now and destroy the whole world for me. Right? Kill everybody, murder everybody, torture everybody, because it would have felt real good while he was in suffering and in hunger. Right? Who knows that scripture, Pontius Pilate, where you say, if I wanted to, a legion of angels would come and save me and kill everybody. Let me see. I'm trying to find it. Let me see somebody knowing here. If I wanted to, he said, a legion of angels will come down to save me. And it's like he wouldn't bring himself down to do that because he knew my kingdom is in heaven, right? This place is nothing. Why would I want to roll a kingdom of mierda? You know what I'm saying? He said, I could command the legion of angels to come down here and murder everyone. Is it Matthew 26:53? Let me try to find it. Matthew 26:53. Yeah, that sounds like it. Matthew 26:53. Matthew 26:53. And this will be the end of this. I think I came full circle. Look at, whoo, man. All glory, honor, praise Yahweh Shem Shai. And then, see, Matthew 26:52, then said Yahushua unto him, put up again thy sword into his place. For all that thy take the sword shall perish with the sword. This is another instance. Thinkest thou that I cannot now pray to my Father, and he shall presently give me more than 12 legion of angels? But this is why he did it. This is why he didn't murder everybody on earth. This is why he didn't become that evil Superman totalitarian dictator of the entire planet. This is why. But he said, how then shall the scriptures be fulfilled that thus it must be? It must be, you know why? Because it was his will of his Father that the Most High had commanded and wrote it already, man. All glory, honor, praise Yahweh Shem Shai. There was another one when he told Pontius Pilate, you ain't doing nothing to me that I'm not allowing you to do. Right? Let's see if I can find that. Jesus told Pilate. He said, you ain't doing nothing to me. You would have no authority over me. John 19:11, check it out. This is the one I mainly wanted. John 19:11. Yahushua answered. Hold on, let's see what Pilate told him. John 19:10. Then saith Pilate unto him, speakest thou not unto me? Thou knowest thou not that I have power to crucify thee and have power to release thee? Yahushua answered, thou couldst have no power at all against me, except it were given thee from above. Therefore, he that delivered me unto thee hath the greater sin. So he said, I could have, you only have power over me because I'm giving you power over me. Right? But I like that last one. Anyway, man, that's my point. Yahushua fought the flesh when he was being murdered, man. He could have just took over the whole world, right, and ran the whole world with legions of angels. But why did he do it? So that it would be fulfilled in the scripture, because this was his father's command, that he would take this punishment for us, man, that he would be crucified for us, man, not just murder everybody on the earth when he completely had the power to do so. Why? Right here, Matthew 26:56. But all this was done that the scriptures of the prophets might be fulfilled. Then all the disciples forsook him and fled. But it was all done for the to fulfill the prophecy that Yahweh had put down. Yahweh had wrote the script. Yahweh had wrote the book. And Yahushua was the star of the show, man. All glory, honor, and praise Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Oh, did I just... What happened? Okay. All right, man. I thought I was sharing all that, but I guess not. Check it out. So where am I at? Romans 12:19. Dear beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine. I will repay, saith the Lord. Brother Barak Ayaka, if you still riding with me, bro, I watched that lesson you put out last night. That was fire, brother. And it did inspire me to do this because of what you was talking about in that lesson last night, how we got this fire inside of us, you know what I'm saying? And with me, it's hard to control, Like I said, there's nothing wrong with defending yourself, but people don't know who they're playing with, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, shalom to you. Anon Anarchy, second Esther. One, two. Yeah, check. Anyways, all right. So if anyone's still watching, I will tie that together real quick. Slock you 1 second. Oh, check one. All right, so let me tie that together real quick. I'm probably gonna bring this out on the other channel, but let me show you some. The reason why, if you watch that at all, I don't know. Let's share this. Okay, this one here. Yo. All right, so the reason why I shared that video is because, let's see, I did that video 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I did that video, and they just came out. They're just starting to notice now. But when the spirit is with you, you're able to see these things that far ahead, 3 years in advance. Okay. And this is just the same reason why I was telling people not to take that damn that vaccine, right? Because I knew what was going to happen through the Spirit. But let me share my point with you. If you read this opinion, or no, it says this is a article that says option. We are starting to enjoy hatred. All right. And if you were watching this from the beginning, you seen how I went into the limbic system and the striatum of the striatum, the brain, the part of the brain called the striatum, and how it rewards you for dishing out punishment to your enemies, especially when you're in a state of destitute, hunger, thirst, or in want of anything, right? Like an animal's senses get more keen when it hasn't eaten in a couple days, okay? And they just put this article out, like, I don't know, a couple days ago, but I did that video about the reward center for dishing out punishment. That was the whole point of that video. I don't know if you caught it or not, but it goes along with what they just put out and what they're barely seeing now, when I seen it 3 years ahead ago. I'm seeing something, and maybe you are too. The article says, we talk to our country about political polarization, and it is real. We're split into thousands of pieces within two big camps of the left and right. We decry the harshness of our political discourse, particularly online, where outrageous and dehumanizing things are said. But listen, but what I'm seeing is that we don't mind disliking each other now. We like it. The hatred feels good now. That's the new thing, that we're enjoying the estrangement. Nobody's trying to win over anybody. The biggest recent example of this is the story about the Supreme Court justice wife who didn't understand the American flag upside down. Anyway, so it's starting to say people are starting to enjoy hating each other, right? And the whole reason is the tribalism creates rewires the neurological system to start enjoying hate and dishing out punishment. Yeah, man. So is there any questions, comments? Anybody else still riding with me? I'm probably going to bring that out. We're going to go live on the other channel. You can search the Northern Kingdom Prophets and they'll come up that way. That's the channel. We'll, a group of brothers, we get together, every couple of days, and we chop up current events and the state of our people, man, and trying to raise up our spiritual and awareness of ourselves again, man, and rebuild this power within our people. So you're welcome to come join us on the other channel. Just search the Northern Kingdom Prophets channel, and it'll pop up. It's called the Knights of the Brown Table. Anybody else writing questions or comments? All right, man. With that, I'm gonna end it like I always do. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. For let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh, keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty, man. Shalom.